So I did it. I finally switched back to the Pixel 9 Pro XL after using the OnePlus 13 for the last 3 months, and honestly, I didn't think I would, because the OnePlus 13 checks all the boxes: insane value, gorgeous display, top tier performance, and even better battery life. On paper, it's the phone to beat in 2025, but sometimes specs don't really tell the full story. So this switch wasn't about numbers, it was about the experience. And the Pixel just somehow gets a few key things right that kept pulling me back in. So this video explores the Pixel 9 Pro XL since its release in August 2024, why I switched, and why this might just be my phone of choice for the foreseeable future. So let's get into it. Alright, let's talk about the form factor, because this is actually one of the main reasons I ended up switching back to the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, don't get me wrong, the OnePlus 13 is a beautiful device. It's thin, it's sleek, and that white eco leather finish, very clean. But for me, there's something about the way the Pixel 9 Pro XL feels in my hand that just hits very different. It's got this slightly more squared off design with rounded corners. It's a bit less slippery, a bit more confident when you're holding it in one hand. Now, I don't know if it's the weight distribution or the subtle curves around the frame, but I never really feel like I'm about to drop it. And that's not something I could say about the OnePlus 13, especially without a case. Plus, the Pixel has this understated industrial vibe, if that makes sense. It's not screaming for attention, but when you notice it, you notice it. Now, the camera bar has grown on me too. I used to think it was doing a little too much sometimes, but now it's kind of iconic. When you see this, you just know it's a Pixel. It gives the phone a very clear identity. And even the aluminum rails, they just make the Pixel feel more robust, like it was built to last. Now, the OnePlus 13, as premium as it was, or it is, sometimes feels a little too polished, like a concept phone that almost is too afraid to get scratched. So yeah, comfort, grip, durability, and even just that everyday confidence factor, I'm on the Pixel side when it comes to form factor. And one of the things that has grown on me, or I appreciate more and more on the Pixel 9 Pro XL, is the display. It's a 6.8-inch LTPO OLED panel pushing up to 120Hz with adaptive refresh rates, and it gets plenty bright with around 3000 nits of peak brightness, which is more than enough for outdoor use or direct sunlight. Colors are vibrant, text is crispy, and overall, it just feels premium. But beyond specs, what really makes the display work for me is how well it's integrated into the body of the phone. So Google has refined the curves on the edge this year. It's not too flat, it's not too curved, which makes gestures feel smoother without accidentally triggering the sides. And the balance between screen size and the overall shape of the phone, it just feels right. I can actually use this phone with one hand when I need to, and typing, scrolling never feels awkward or it feels forced. It's one of those things where the display and the hardware are clearly designed to complement each other. And that kind of cohesion is what makes the Pixel 9 Pro XL feel like home again. And that cohesion also affects how you take pictures with the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and a major reason why I've kind of switched back. Now, don't get me wrong again, the OnePlus 13 it's come a long way. Where's the phone? It's probably the closest thing the OnePlus has to matching the Pixel. It shoots sharp pictures, leans into natural contrast, and even the Hasselblad color tuning has improved even with the updates. But the second I started taking pictures with the Pixel 9 Pro XL again, I just remembered why I fell in love with it in the first place. Now, the Pixel just sees the world the way I do, especially when it comes to skin tone. I think by now you should know that this is very subjective and I just prefer it. There's a warmth and accuracy in how it captures people that just feels unmatched. You don't really need to edit anything, just take, post, and send it, or even frame it, and you're good to go. Low light is another area where the Pixel flexes very hard. The detail it holds onto, the balance between shadows and highlights is just really consistent. OnePlus still struggles here. You start to notice the noise, the blown out highlights, or sometimes the image just feels flat. And when it comes to video, I can say they are almost neck and neck. But at the end of the day, if you turn on Video Boost, which is a software on the Pixel 9 Pro XL to help elevate the video, I think the Pixel tends to look better, but it's not exactly far apart. And a big reason the camera feels so reliable isn't just about the optics or the lenses in the camera. is the performance backing it up. Now, the Tensor G4 chip inside the 9 Pro XL isn't trying to win any benchmark wars, but it's designed to make Google's software magic feel very instant. Things like photo on blur, night sight, real tone, they're not just features, they're the experience that rely on the hardware and the software working together seamlessly. And on the 9 Pro XL, it just works. Tensor G4 is as sleek as the Snapdragon 8 Elite in your everyday use, watching videos, playing video games or mobile games, scrolling, and all that good stuff. And over the last few years, there's this misconception that the Pixel phones are slow, they do not work properly, or it's not just good. That's not all true, and to be fair, I can't really blame people for thinking this way because Google didn't exactly help when these phones were released with the Pixel 8 or the 7 or even the 6. But this time, it's just different. The performance is really good and the AI features on the 9 Pro XL kind of complement the phone. You have things like circle to search, add me, best take, pixel screenshots, and all that good stuff. With all that being said, I think the performance on the Pixel 9 Pro XL is really good. It's good for the average consumer, which means it's good for me. And if you're still watching this video, thank you guys for getting me to 28,000 subs. We are so close to the goal of 30,000. So why don't you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel? It's one of the only ways to help me out. Now with all that, let's get back into the video. Battery on the other hand has been good with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. It's a one-day phone without a doubt, but sometimes it's a bit inconsistent because one day I have 60% at 3 p.m. and other days is 45% before noon. And with Android 15, I notice better standby time even with the always-on display enabled. Now the phone barely drains when idle, so that's pretty good, especially if you're someone who leaves your phone unplugged overnight or at your desk during the day. Charging behavior has also improved over the last few months. It charges from 0 to about 55 to 60% and then intentionally slows down as it approaches 100%. And out of curiosity, I actually unplugged my phone at 60% one day and it kind of lasted me the entire day. I don't know, maybe I wasn't doing enough, but it just did. And that's seriously impressive and speaks to how Android 15 is optimizing power efficiency on this device. I can't wait for Android 16. I know you guys see a lot of videos about switching and how it can come off as the tech thing to do, but this is no BS. This is my main phone till further notice. I can review and talk about other phones, but for now, this is my daily driver. But what are your thoughts on the Pixel 9 Pro XL or even the Pixel 9 Pro? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. My name is KJ, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.